Yo, what's up, everybody? You're very welcome to Candy Forex YouTube channel. We are here again with another one, and today we have ourselves Sheezy himself. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. So we want to go over a few, topics about trading here and there, like we always do. We're looking forward to understanding more about trading with Sheezy, and of course, it's going to be another interactive and very interesting uh, conversation. And if you haven't subscribed and you like this kind of content, come on, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and we'll be able to serve you anytime as long as you are able to achieve to get what we're showing to you. All right, let's just get started. So, Sheezy, how are you doing, man? How has it been? Like, how's the trading going for you?
So far, not so bad. I
Yeah.
could say we are almost there.
Almost there.
Yeah.
So you how long have you been doing the trading thing?
I've been in this industry for now, I think, if not 6, 7 years.
Wow.
I started trading back in 2017, 18.
Yeah.
The whole thing has a whole process, probably go stage by stage, but I depict my perfection, I think, around 2021, 2022.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow, really interesting. So the start 2017, how was that period? Personally, when I got into trading the very first time, it was really exciting. I was like, man, I'm really going to make, like, 100 million before before tomorrow comes in. You get. So there is always that kind of pressure that comes in when you're starting in. It's the pressure that comes from the inside. How was it for you?
Well, the first reason why all of us get into trading is we want to make money, we want to ball, want to have it all, want to have flex, have it. Like, it feels good. First of all, just having the name FX attached to your ID, like, yo, bro.
Yeah.
But trading is, should I say, trading is emotional. Like, trading takes a lot. Like, this, you need to understand it. You need to give it your all in order to get there. Even if you feel like you can, most times we have people who actually think you can just trade by looking at a chart moving up, down. I wait for it when it's coming to a given level. Like, okay, this is someone who literally has zero knowledge. He's literally green about everything.
Yeah.
Feels like he can just do this when he sees the price running, sees maybe the market is trying to dump a bit, kills in all his entries and risk it all in, and when it reaches that level on the 1 minute time frame, actually, like, we all have this mindset that price can just play around the 1 minute chart the whole day. Like, so you're just like on a ping pong, up down, like trying to master the whole move. But at the end of the day, you're going to find yourself that even if with the same strategy and the same move, you manage to accumulate more than 1,000 pips, you're going to close the day with probably 0 pips.
True.
You would have lost even what you had made from it. That's actually some of the things that make trading so difficult. Well, personally for me, in 2017, 18, I was in O level. Yeah, by then I was in O level. Coming up, going back to school, trying to make a few friends, know that your guys have gotten something I can make. Actually, like, in Uganda, literally, some of us grew up in homes whereby our parents be like, you guys, for you, you're always this computer guy, you're always on your TV, you don't want to do other things, you want to, like, you're not literally making anything for yourself. Don't you see your fellow mates hustling? Don't you see them on the streets?
You need to go out there.
It's like,
stop chilling. They're trying to push you.
That is it. So, personally for me, I was more of this guy who is so much into IT. Like, I've always loved computer related things and, trying to, fit in here and there, trying to, make some money. But then I tried so many things. I tried watching videos to make money, failed. I tried options trading. But at the end of the day, if it was just not my thing, because I just felt like it's more gambling. Like, I just didn't, like, take interest, because even when I tried making my first trade, it never came through. It broke
from the options trading.
Yeah. So time came and I got to fall onto this YouTube page of some Chinese guy. So he could share a lot how to make money off TikTok, YouTube, and all that. But of course, we all know becoming a creator, you need a lot of at least the smallest you need is probably a smartphone, and by then
Yeah,
I
true.
couldn't afford nothing at all of that
Yeah.
kind. So I remember if I can still recall very well, the phone I was using, I had even borrowed it from my mom,
Wow.
like one of our old phones that
Mm.
got crashed during an accident some time back. So it's what I started with. So literally, I think my siblings can still remember I could tie up the battery with
Oh wow.
with rubber bands, that will hold it. It was a Samsung something like you know the Samsung phones that you remove the
Yeah,
phone,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
put it back.
Yeah, the very first, I think, age of smartphones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Was it S something? I don't know.
Mm.
Probably S4, I don't know, something there. So that's what I started with. And I had a small laptop though. It was a 4 GB RAM something.
Mm.
Yeah, it was actually what I had was enough. But then I had no knowledge as
No,
far
you
as
had to.
trading is
Yeah,
concerned. Like
yeah,
I had zero experience. I knew nothing. I didn't know whatever I'm getting into. But all I knew is that I could deposit my $10 on FBS and trade.
yeah.
So now this is where it got all interesting. I signed up with some Asian brokerage, and these people could call and make promises. They wanted me to like market for them over in Africa,
Mm.
but I knew nothing about trading. But
Mm.
the sums of money these ladies would
They're
talk
promising.
about
Yeah,
looked
was
crazy.
huge.
Not only them promising, but like there's a way the lady could speak of $1,000 or something that you can just get from there, and then like
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, if a company is able to offer this, then that means there's money in this business. Why
yeah,
don't I
there is.
try
Yeah,
it out?
true.
So I
Mm.
picked interest, and I'm like, okay, fine, let me try this out, and I gave trading a shot. Beginner luck, so obviously, you make some money. You put in your $10. Sometimes you make something. But then most times I could not withdraw.
Why, like you made the money and
I
blew
make
it,
the money,
or?
blow it, make
Oh,
the money, blow
wow.
it. But I didn't know that you can actually withdraw this money in real life. But I kept on trying my luck.
Mm.
I was just so desperate.
Mm.
But you can just see I could look a bit strong, but trust me, I'm a very lazy person when it comes to doing the
Yeah,
whole 9 to 5 thing, going
yeah,
to hustle
true.
like any other person. Like
Mm.
I'm just so lazy when it comes to that. So I think I picked interest and I'm like, okay, let me give it a try. So one particular time I deposit again, try trading, and you know, I make my first money that I made from trading was $12, and by then
So,
$12 by then was about 55,000 Uganda
yeah,
shillings.
yeah.
Like, bro, my first like a 50K note in my hands. I
What
didn't
was your initial deposit,
like
like to make the money? Mm.
it was probably $5, I guess. Yeah, it
Oh,
was
that,
five
that was a
dollars.
whole flip.
So I made $12 from it. I'm like, okay.
Mm.
So literally, I can make money from here, and this guy is actually legit paying. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's nice. So I proceed, trying to get my friends involved, trying to let them know actually that you can do something,
Did they
but
believe you though?
no,
They never do.
no, no. Like
Yeah. Uh,
I go
so,
back to school, you guys. What's up? By the way, I'm a forex trader. Like I was trying to be like, I had someone I was following on. I won't mention though. I had
mm,
someone I was following on, yeah, YouTube, Instagram, and
mm,
like this guy inspires me a lot.
yeah.
Like all the cars you have,
Mm,
the whole flashy
mm,
lifestyle, guy going out like can like literally. By then he was I think 21. He
mm.
could afford whatever you need. Like I was like, wow,
And you were spending.
can I be like this guy?
So in your mind, you're like, by 21, I need to like,
That is it.
yeah,
But then forgetting that things wouldn't work my way.
yeah, it's a journey. Yeah.
So when I turned 19,
Mm.
I think that was the very time I managed to like uh, get to convince an investor. You know how these Indian boys be in your phones.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah, yeah, yeah.
DM each other every time. So
Yeah, true.
I also reached that state, and like I could actually DM people just randomly on
Randomly.
socials, and I'd be like, by the guy, trust me, I can do this. Like just
Mm-hmm.
trust me for real, I can do
Mm.
this, I can pull up this.
Oh.
So of course no one is going to believe you. So what I had to do was just had to trust God. But I think that guy was just some random guy who just had his money and didn't know what to do with it. So it's like, okay, fine, let me
He
just
was just looking for somewhere to put the money.
yeah.
Mm.
So this guy funds his trading account and sends me logins. He
Okay.
funded his trading account with $22,000.
Wow.
And with a gambling mindset, by then
Was looking to like.
I what? I flipped the account.
Oh wow.
So I flipped this account from 22K. Actually, it was not even 22. It was probably 20 or maximum 21, because I remember he sent me the $1,000
Mm.
to what? Purchase a phone, because
Oh.
he asked me what are my challenges, and I was like,
You
I
have
just
no
need a few
phone.
gadgets. I didn't mention a phone in particular, but of course you're texting him already. That's all him. I need a few gadgets, maybe. So he sends me $1,000. I can still recall very well. I call my homeboy, as holding our first $1,000 off the market.
He excited, yeah?
So like the excitement, my boy pulls up.
Mm.
We pick up some of the money we had. We load the fuel the car. We drive up to an exchange bureau in whatever around Nakawa.
Mm.
We draw the money, and I bought a phone. But of course, I didn't even buy a real phone. I went and bought an M Copper phone for my friend who had failed to pay the debt, because I wanted to, part of the money. I was thinking if I can also trade it for myself, I can make some money of it.
True.
But as I could, the M Copper phone, I could literally have to, where is it? It was 2,600 per day, something of that sort.
So you're paying in installment.
Yeah, in installment, but
So the rest of the money you blew it or traded it or what?
Of course, I blew the money initially. The part of the money. I remember I deposited only like $500 out of what he gave me. The rest I used, trying to bring up the whole look of being a trader. Starting up is really not easy. Branding yourself and all that. Like it was not easy, but remember I didn't have the money to do it all. Like so I was like, what? Let me try this, and yeah. So time came and I flipped this guy's money. I flipped it to like 70, 75, 78, around there.
In what period of time?
It was like in a period of 1 month. Of course, gambling mindset, beginner lucks.
Yeah.
I made money. And
huge loads and everything
that
else.
is it. So this guy.
Did you do any risk at this point? Like, were you probably well-versed with the trading space?
I was trying to get used to the whole risk management thing, like trying to get used to what lot sizes I can probably put in, and of course one thing I had in my head was 0.01 will never buy a Bugatti, and
Never.
that's my saying till day.
It's never going to get you anywhere.
So I could use maybe the minimum lot I could do is 0.1. And I
multiple positions.
I like risking multiple positions. Like I scale in trades. So by the time the market respects your zone and follows up, trust me, you're good to go as long as you started with. Because if you start with a strong level, however small the account is, as long as you got a sniper entry and it's strong enough, it can hold that trade for a week as long as price does not revisit that zone, and as long as you have enough capital. So. Yeah, I managed to do that, and this guy paid me my first check of. He paid me my first, which was $10,000.
Whoa,
that was something.
That was huge.
A lot.
So I'm imagining you're like, 1920?
Actually turned 23 today.
Oh wow! Happy birthday!
Thank you.
We didn't know that, but happy birthday. We'll probably shower him later. Anyway, so at this point you're about 19 or 20. And now you get in, okay, for
that
the African
19, yeah.
19. So for the African setting, man, $10,000 is really huge. You know that, yeah?
Yeah.
And so what was in your mind? Like, what are you thinking? Are you like trying to go wild on everything, or you now believe in it?
When I first got my first 10K from this guy, like I was so excited, yeah. Started going out with friends. Actually, I think that was the first time I stepped in a bar.
Oh wow!
And of course, it was nowhere else. It was Kenji's.
yeah.
I didn't understand anything. I don't drink. I don't do anything. I don't.
So exposure. You're trying to get exposed.
Trying to get exposed, meet somebody here and there. Like I didn't even know whatever I was doing, but I was just trying to get used to everything, trying to get used to life and all that. Like someone could call me, a cool kid could call me a wife. I don't know whatever terms you could use, but you have your own personal terms. So I I was so excited, of course. I remember the first night at a club, spending 3 million Ugandan shillings. Yo, I felt like, yeah.
For someone 19, that's huge.
I
In
felt like
Uganda, yeah.
this is the thing, this is the life. Like now I started seeing the footsteps of a trader.
Yeah.
Like feeling it. So this guy comes back and this time around he invests 30K.
Double up.
At this 30K, that's where I think that's when I got to know that actually the market can be so humbling. I lost that 30K in 1 week.
Oh,
Blown.
in 1 week.
Of course, I didn't know what to do. I felt like this guy is going to report my IG account. I felt like what? Because, the trust became so much to an extent that we became more of like close friends. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So it kind of like broke me emotionally. Like I got depressed.
It's huge. I mean,
But then it was like, no, these things happen. Then he tells me, bro, the reason why I chose you to trade for me is I got fed up of what losing money sometimes, and I, wanted someone else who I trust. And your setups have always been good, and I've been making some money off your signals and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So at this point, you even had like a Telegram
I used to sell
community.
signals. Literally, I had a community. I could sell signals, and I could offer mentorship for only $50. So I had those guys from Moobs who could always, come around. Moobs, you see, I had guys those campusers who could always come around, because they could always, $50 is fine. Because by then we already had the big boys who could charge more than that. We had, the industry has been literally evolving.
True.
This is now towards, I think, 2020, 2021, 2022. But I didn't give up. I still continued
Kept on
doing
moving.
my things, started pushing on. So I actually reached a point and felt like, whatever I did was wrong. And however much the person was not so angered, but for me personally, I felt like I've lost trust. He's already going to look at me like a gambler. He's not going to trust me again with more funds. But yeah, we kept friendship, and but of course you can't just lose someone's money like that and he reinvest automatically again. And
you need to build the trust back.
With time, he actually got to know that this is just a teenager, and all that. So like, I kind of lost business with him, but we maintained being friends and stuff. Because sometimes he could, by the way, I want you to teach me. So I had some little knowledge though I started. But even if, you see, however good you are at analyzing charts, doesn't change the fact that you're still a gambler. What makes you a gambler in the markets is your appetite for profits.
Okay.
You don't want to see the losses, but you want to always see the screen blue. You get to an extent that when you see a trade in red, you will always be like, you know what? No, it's going to come back to blue. Yet you could actually just cut off the loss.
Oh
and,
yeah, true.
And you probably make up more. You recover it afterwards. But with the whole gambler's mindset, you'll be like, no, this trade is going to come back. You even keep on adding more positions.
Keep on adding to losers.
Scaling more trades in, like, it moves in profits. You'll be like, it's going to recover this, but you come back, the account is gone.
Yeah.
So, but I understood whatever I was doing.
Yeah.
But I was not good with what risk management.
So now, how do you find the transition? Like, so at this point, you've blown 30,000 already, and of course, you grew it from 22 to like 70, blew 30. Of course, psychologically, that touches you. You get so now you've realized where your mistakes are. So how did you get into the process of transitioning to the trader that you are now?
Well, it all takes time. It all takes a lot. So, of course, after that, it's quite hard to get an investor who is going to trust you.
Very hard.
It's quite hard. But this gentleman actually changed my whole path because friends started noticing me, and
I'm guessing you had already now. People are now trusting.
Yeah, people are now trusting
because they saw the results.
Me, so because obviously it's quite rare to find a 19-year-old probably trying to live a life that others are living with their parents, going out with their parents, for you doing it all for yourself, go shopping here and there.
Wait, at this point you had left home?
Not yet. I was still home.
Okay.
I was still home, but I was living at an uncle's site.
Okay.
Like, he was constructing, so of course I could take care of myself, take care of my bills. I wasn't even disturbing them a lot. So I think around some point I was at campus, did my year one at Eastbach University. I was in the software engineering class. So I think I reached a point and like I couldn't balance between trading and school. And I was like, you know what?
You have to choose one.
I have to choose one. But which one should I go with? It was a very tough decision because the person who was watching out for me and my family or my household was literally not literally some close relative or anything, but you just have some people who are there, well wishers, you know, trying to look out for you and stuff. But so waking up one day and I was also under some sponsorship that was paying half of my tuition, and I could have to do for the rest. Of course, my mom couldn't afford this, but so it all traumatized me. You know, I've already lost a client. How am I going to do it again? Yeah.
So there is more pressure coming up.
Sem one went well, Sem 2 went well. Now Sem 3, more pressure is coming in. I'm getting depressed. I don't know what to do. Reaching a point whereby, you know, even the little money that I had, I even blew it again. Like, you know, like it was just a lot of mental breakdowns.
It was like you came from here and now
back down. That is it. So I'm like, how am I going to do this again? And remember one thing, by the way, it's very easy to flip a small account to big, but it's very difficult to flip a big account to big. Because here you know you're going to have discipline to grow this account.
A smaller one.
You're going to be so good at growing it up. But the moment you have, I don't know if you ever ask yourself why when you lift an account, you come back and blow it back to zero.
Yeah, most cases.
But yet, most times, actually, if you could actually do it all gradually and lift an account. Literally, everyone could do it. Like even 100K, a million. Like if it was that easy, every forex trader would be a millionaire.
True.
You get. So now at the end of the day, I started looking up. What should I do? Why should I run up? So that's when I have a friend at UCU who by then he had some money, so he was like, you know what? You always give good signals. Me, I trust you. I have my 500K.
Let's start from here.
I want you to trade it for me. If you blow it, no problem. I just trust you. Use it. Try to bring up yourself. This happened at a state whereby I was facing challenges in my tuition. I was debating between dropping out of campus
or continuing.
And I was just in my year one. So I completed the year one very well, and then now coming for year two. This guy had already given me this money. I traded it actually to some point, managed to clear tuition here, there, tried to push on myself. Because I remember with that 500K, I made at least 5 million Ugandan shillings. That's equivalent to probably $1,400 or $1,500 around there. So I managed to push myself with that. But of course, now you know you are the eye of the people.
So everyone is looking at you.
Everyone is looking at you. Yeah. You need to do certain things, you know, try to brand trading. You know, this is a very young industry in Uganda.
Sure.
So there's no way other people are going to join in if you're not showing them the benefits. And of course, the brokers are also not going to hire you to partner with them if you don't have, you know, you can't make sales. Of course, the number one reason the brokers need us is just to make sales.
True.
So if you can't make sales, the broker is not going to take you in. So how was I going to do that? Or it all became so challenging. I got traumatized. A good news arrives. I get an investor.
Another one.
Who trusts me with what? 50K USD.
Okay. So now you're back to the big league.
Back. Yeah. I'm like, okay, now I did it. I got so excited. I'm like, okay, this is nice. Meet up with this guy at a hotel, discuss deals. We agree everything, sign papers. Following day, 2 guys shows up at my university, pick me up, drop me home.
But so wait, you had to trade under his watch?
No, not trading under his watch. Yeah. But of course, I told him I need the money.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I told him I need the money. So I pick up this money, 50K. Come home. I don't even know how to exchange dollars.
He literally gave you $50,000
cash.
Whoa!
I'm like, where do I start from?
What was in your mind? Were you not tempted to chop this money?
No. Okay. One thing with me is, of course, I knew whatever I was getting myself into.
That's big, yeah.
And I knew that you fuck up.
Yeah. You're probably gonna be fucked. Yeah.
You get. Yeah. So I wouldn't mess up. I just had to be that person they trusted. I was just a kid. I had a very tiny body back then. I was just you couldn't think I would do any harm to you anyway. So because all you need from me is what my skills, something that I know that you don't know. That's it. This guy comes in. I flipped this 50K. I trade it now gradually. Every week I could just make $10,000, and it's
Every
not like
week.
now I invested all this money.
Mm.
That money was just sitting in the house as a motivation.
So wait, you didn't put the whole money in the account?
No,
You put.
no.
So you were
I
just
just
flipping
told him,
accounts.
give me this much.
Mm.
Because I knew that if I blow, I have more capital to
Okay,
invest
yeah,
and
true.
recover. Now
Yeah.
that's the strategy I was using.
Mm.
So I could deposit maybe like I deposit maybe 2K in a week.
Flip that.
Flip that
Try and make
somewhere.
10K.
Make, of course, 2K is enough to make $10,000.
Yeah.
But when you put in all $10,000 to make extra 10,000, you're going to mess up and you blow that account.
True, yeah.
That's how the markets are. Because trading is more psychological. It's more of an emotional thing. You see, the whole understanding of price action and all that, you feel like you're a market god. No. If you can't control your emotions in the market, you can't make no money. Actually, even executing a trade with 0.01 will become a problem.
True.
So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me do this. And the strategy worked. I kept on making money. I think I managed to pay that investor up to more than 200K in a period of 3 months.
That's decent.
More than 200K in a period of 3 months. So this is what happens. So in around 2022, around 2022 July, it was just some few period after my birthday. There's this random chick I meet at a club, and they're like, okay, you guy, by the way, I've been seeing you around, blah, 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 let's do business.
So you still had business with the farmer investor?
We had business, but I was already paying him.
Yeah. So now you have new business.
So here I am. I have more than 80K on me, and I'm so excited. So this lady's like, let's do this. Let's do some business.
One wants to benefit. Yeah, you want to benefit. The investor also wants to benefit. So what kind of like terms do you have to agree on? Do you involve lawyers? Do you involve, because it needs to be a smooth kind of transition, yeah? And sometimes you might land on a bad investor, and they're probably after some other motives. And so how do you handle that? Like, how do you handle the whole arrangement?
Well, my type of business actually, I do business more based on trust. I don't involve any lawyers or anything. Like, as long as you feel like you can trust me enough, because I'm going to be so transparent with you to an extent that I'll tell you my terms of which it's not much. All I need is I just want the money for myself.
How about the other side of it?
To manage the risks. But of course, most times, most investors will want you to deposit the whole sum of money, and you give them what you can share with them is the investor's password, logins, and stuff. So for them to be watching how much you've made, how much you're losing in a trade, and all that today, and they be doing that. So that's all I rely on. It's just based on trust, nothing much.
Are you not worried that the other investor could play you?
Since I'm the one who has full custody of the money, so it's not like I'm going to be scared of them playing me. Yeah, sometimes once in a while, especially when I'm trading for those who are outside the diaspora. It's quite tricky because someone doesn't trust you, you don't trust them. So of course you're not just relying on doing a good job and either impressing them, but of course with such the commissions are less, because in actual sense you're supposed to share with the investor 50-50, but at the end of the day you might end up getting 20 or 30. And true. Sometimes some are so cheeky, and at the end of the day, but if I'm trading for someone within, most times I prefer having custody of the money. At least I be the one to pay you and you be the one demanding me, because it will save us both time from all the games, all that, but in case of any losses, of course the investor takes most of the risk at the end of the day, but it's quite rare.
It's a situation where both of you are actually investing.
You're both, as long as you're a good trader and you're making the money, and you would literally trust your trading skills, because all the investor needs at the end of the day is for you to pay them up. But all that can't happen if you're still trading with the whole. I told you about my beginner levels and stuff. All being a gambler. If you still have that in your mind, trust me, it's going to be. You can make beginner's luck. Always brings in money. Actually, it pays a lot, but at the end of the day, it doesn't pay you out to your expectation and all that. So that's it.
Very interesting. Now, of course, you've had a lot of experience, yeah. You said 7 years now,
yeah,
right?
7.
Close to 7 years. That's they say it takes you about 7 years to become a professional at something. So you know the ins and outs of like the whole trading game and stuff. What would you tell somebody that is looking to be like you in the next probably 7 years? What would you tell them?
Well,
What do they need to focus on? What do they need to forget?
you see, we all have a wrong understanding of what forex trading is. Sometimes someone feels like all I need is 50 million Uganda shillings, which is roughly $13,000. Or someone could be like, all I need is 50 million Uganda shillings to watch to break through as a trader. Well, you don't need that much actually. Just having even $50 is enough for you to start up your trading career. As long as you're determined, you can do a lot of unbelievable things in the markets. You can flip it and you can make crazy money as long as you're determined for your goal. But one fact you should know is that you can even blow up, you can grow an account too big, you can even grow up an account to 100k USDs and blow it back to zero in just a day.
Very true.
So how are you going to stay in the whole trading space if you, of course, you've already gone through a process of probably losing yourself and all that, and here you are, you're trying to build out your psychology all over again. But remember, trading is just like any business out there. As a businessman, you have it in your mind that you're looking at both the losses and the profits. So you're literally predicting both the pros and cons surrounding and circulating around your point of venture or business, So what you're waiting up for is either to make profits or to come up with losses at the end of the day. It's never constant. Now that's the same thing as trading. It's not like you're going to be making profits all through. There are days you can lose it all and go back to zero. In fact, someone asked that, can a forex trader run broke? It takes less than 2 microseconds for you to go broke.
Very true.
You can lose it all. But losing an account doesn't mean that you're not a good trader. Blowing an account is a normal thing in the trading space. It's so normal to lose an account. But how you let it affect you is what determines you either being a trader or not. You could understand the whole concept, but if you can't handle your emotions and keep on the consistency, because talking of consistency, you need to have the money. That's where now a trader like me comes up and relies on mostly investors.
True.
You get, because I don't sell signals, I don't sell courses, but maybe once in a while I do some one-on-one mentorship classes and stuff. But of course, I'm charging $500 to $1,000 for these courses. It's quite rare to get a Ugandan who can afford that.
True.
So in a month you might get 1 or 2 people,
or even not.
In even sometimes like 3 months. So how do you survive? And not like every single time you're going to keep on getting the so-called investors. Because once you part ways, most times traders part ways with investors because the investors don't know what they're venturing into. Someone just expects you to make them rich over a period of time, not knowing that there are days you're going to actually expect losses. The best an investor can actually do is to just select one particular trader they trust, someone they feel like is really good enough, and they're going to rely on that particular person. They're going to rely on that particular person to trade for them for the whole time, because moving from one trader to another is actually one off move for an investor, for a forex investor. So relying on one particular trader and keeping on investing with the same person over and over can actually change a lot. Maybe if the person is going through a phase of losses over and over there or here and then what you can do as an investor is to always give that person a resting phase. You give them a resting phase, like our phase. They first work on themselves emotionally, of course,
get back psychologically,
themselves as well, because they're not taking on that loss normally, because it affects them as well. So you just give them some time, then you reinvest again. Because you need this person to make more money, and that's
also
how you
need to stay in the game longer.
That's how you sustain it again. But the whole thing of getting a trader who doesn't lose anything,
not possible.
It's not in the forex.
It's probably never going to happen anyway.
It's not going to happen. Every trader makes losses. Every trader makes losses. But how to keep in the game is what matters at the end of the day.
So I think one of my biggest pick in this is like how you have a football game and you're playing soccer. So you go to the pitch, you go train, you get back to maybe the restroom and fast rest. Then you go back to the page, go and maybe have a real match. Now this is probably the live, the investment and the guy has invested. So you go for the live. If you lose, of course you need to go back and first recover from that and get back. Yeah. So it's like any other profession, any other business. That's what trading is basically. Yeah. So guys, we've had it from Sheezy himself. It has been a very wonderful conversation. Actually, we're very happy that came here to give us this opportunity.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we look forward, hearing from you much more. Yeah. So, do you like have a trading community in case someone is trying to like get into yours?
Oh yeah, I do. I have a trading community. Actually, I have an open community.
Open. Okay.
Yeah, it's free. Just there are various traders sharing their ideas, setups,
Okay.
not only me in particular.
So in Telegram or WhatsApp?
It's a WhatsApp community.
Okay.
It's called Forex Kingdom.
Forex Kingdom. So just search up Forex Kingdom.
Forex Kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the link will also be in the description. So in case you're interested in Forex Kingdom, Sheezy's, yeah, tap in there. Also, as Candy Forex, we have our very own community on Telegram. You can also, tap into us, and we'll be able to share with you more information like we always do. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, also the notification bell, and we'll always be here. Thank you so much for joining us. See you in the next one.